The Black City of Nuerva. Written by Omri Koresh. Read by Lani Lenore. With voices by Nick Sleeper. Volume 1. Liberty. The glaring sun shone through the canopy of the trees in the crowded park. The possibility of a walk seemed improbable, so I took a seat on an empty bench. It was mocha-colored, and the paint looked old and was peeling at the edges where the wood splintered. It seemed dusty, so I brushed it off before I sat. The sunlight hit the book I carried in my hands, illuminating it as I rested, surrounded by green foliage. Large trees with tiny leaves stared down at me as I looked up to the sky for a minute, trying to enjoy a break from thinking about my mundane office work. Taking a deep breath, I inhaled the pleasant scent of spring. It was comforting to take in the beauty of the colorful flowers and delicate lilacs around me. In the distance, I saw a round pond with a thin beige brick rim, filled with ducks and heroine swans, swimming in circles. Parents fed the swimming circus and pointed at the animals for the enjoyment of their kids. Greenery and petals everywhere, flowers and light. There was a reason I enjoyed sitting here. It reminded me that as long as there was this kind of delicacy and softness, there was a possibility of a bright future. It was also the only place I could sit by myself without anyone trying to be extra nice to me and talk endlessly like I cared about what they had to say. I also didn't want to sit in the cafeteria with my coworkers, whom I had met only last week, and who had already managed to get on my nerves by intentionally forgetting my name. After a while, the book sat forgotten on my lap. I couldn't concentrate. It was one of those days. Too much noise. Distractions or other remedies should have helped fill my vacant life, but I needed some silence to read. "Have you heard about the recent disappearances?" I heard someone murmur behind me as he walked by. I tilted my head a bit to hear the content of the conversation, but I only heard his friend saying, "Yes, and I'm telling you, it's a national problem, and no one's doing anything about it." As the two men walked away, I noticed that they were wearing the same ugly dark blue skinny jeans and type of collared shirts that were supposed to look fancy. Their generic brown belts and shoes looked almost identical, like they were married and had a his and his brown towel set. I pondered the fact that people try to satisfy their atavistic urge for gossip, using this reason to tap into their inner paranoia, such as imagining a life inside of a cliché. I have never gotten to the bottom of it. What was the point, really? You could talk smack. People have opinions, but what's an opinion if it's said quietly? And in this day and age, without funds?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?